Number 3. The Santa Susana Field Laboratory disaster. On July 13th, 1959, the worst nuclear disaster in American history took place. Now, the truly terrifying part is that if you were a local living in the area, you would have had no idea, as it was kept completely secret. And it wouldn't be until 20 years after the disaster that the truth would finally be exposed. The Santa Susana Field Laboratory was operated by NASA, Boeing, and the U.S. Department of Energy, and it is located only a few miles away from Los Angeles, California, a city with a population of around 3.8 million people. It all began on July 1959, when one of the experimental nuclear reactors began to overheat, so the operators quickly lowered the control rods into the core to stop the reaction. But it didn't work. As pressure was quickly building, the operators were forced to release radioactive gases into the air to relieve the pressure. It's estimated that over 13,000 curies of iodine-131 and 2,600 curies of cesium-137 were released. The radioactive gas would then have traveled with the wind before settling onto the Earth. For perspective, the 3 Mile Island nuclear disaster released 17 curies of iodine-131 and no cesium. Now here's the terrifying part that will make your stomach turn. Iodine-131 has a half-life of 8 days, while cesium-137 has a half-life of 30 years. And since the disaster went unreported for 20 years, locals living in the area would have unknowingly been exposed to it, leading to many of them, including children, sadly seeing an increase in rare cancers. But it doesn't end there. It was later discovered that 4 out of the 10 nuclear reactors had previously had incidents. There was even a crew of 27 men that regularly burned radioactive sodium in pits, which obviously produced smoke that would travel long distances. Out of the 27 men worked on that crew, 22 of them sadly died of cancers. There have been many documentaries made exposing this cover-up, like the one produced by MSNBC called In the Dark of the Valley, which will leave you feeling sick. Today, the plant remains closed, and the cleanup of the contamination is ongoing.